Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 and welcome back to the Kingdom of Ireland. I hope you're having a good start to the week here. And you thought my pronunciation of Irish names was bad. Look at this. How would you even go ahead and pronounce this one? I don't even know. Egda Flicky? No idea. If we ever do a Norse playthrough, I think it's going to be a struggle. But let's jump back into the war with Wales. Of course, at the end of the last episode, we did start a war with Wales once again. They are sieging our settlement there. It's going to take 10 months. This will take 5, this will take 5, this will... Okay, so we can finish these sieges and then make our way north. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and unpause the game. Now one of my prisoners has actually died in my dungeons. Oh no. And already we have a dangerous military faction. The Gaelic Catholic populists can send an ultimatum in 3 months. So we're going to have to deal with them. That's not fun. We're going to have to fight 2 wars at the same time once again, as is often the case in these last couple of episodes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the siege. 20 gold for this one. Of course, we need to go ahead and spend some of this gold as well. I think once we've formed the empire, we will get our heads down and build up Dublin. We might be sadistic, but we still like to be wealthy and invest in the future of the empire, or the kingdom, I should say. We're not an empire yet. So there we go. We've won the siege for Difford. We gained 20 gold for that as well. No prisoners, sadly. I think this army can single-handedly go ahead and deal with this. If I can click, there we go. I might actually wait for reinforcements though. So maybe if we can wait in these... Maybe we just wait here. Let's wait here. And then once we have our second army ready to join us, we can march them both in. And it should be fine. Never mind. It appears we've actually captured the Queen of Wales. Wow. And we took one of her artifacts. Now, I wonder... Because we're probably going to win the war anyway, we could ransom her for 200 gold and then have to just get that war score we need. I think we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and ransom her. That's going to be fine. We can imprison criminals. We'll have to deal with that as well later on. What's happening in my court? An inspiration. We did get a new artifact, didn't we? This one here. Piety and court grandeur. This gives piety. This gives... Okay. We should. This is a bit confusing for me to use sometimes. Let's back out of that for now. We'll have to manage our artifacts in the future. So we've gone ahead and ransomed the queen. Let's go ahead and defend against this, because we're going to need the extra war score once she accepts the ransom. There we go. So she did pay us 200 gold for that. Very nice stuff. This war has been very profitable for us already. And we also won that battle as well. We captured more prisoners. Let's see. Are you worth any gold? 1 gold. Oh, I'm not going to accept that. What about you? 25 gold. I will accept that one. Let's see. And I think that battle was actually very good for us as well. We didn't take really any casualties. Right. Let's go ahead and open the menu here. It's a bit easier to manage, isn't it? And let's go ahead and siege down these settlements too. With one of this, maybe we can engage in a battle here with this small army. Get these guys out of the way. And that should be a very easy battle for the Brotherhood. And in fact, we've just won the war. Very nice and easy. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands then. To the heartless High King Fursu, tales of your misdeeds are told from island to cafe. You're a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with demands. So be it. Let's go ahead and disband the men. We are over our domain limit. However, I think... Let's go ahead and check on the battle. We didn't lose anyone. I think what we can do now... Titles can be created. These are just duchies. I think, yeah, the Kingdom of Wales is still a thing. And unfortunately, I don't think we can usurp the title, can we? How do we usurp it? Cannot usurp a title from someone who considers your faith to be hostile, or worse, while they control any of its de jure land. So we're going to have to take it by conquest, by the looks of this. So what I really need now, ideally, is for my Chancellor to get rid of the truce, because the truce is going to last, there it is, for 5 years, so it's not going to be ready to go to war until December 1014. How is our health doing? We're 77. Our health is poor and we are ailing, so the faster that our Chancellor can do that for us, the better. Now, what I might do, we have 1500 gold. Let's go ahead and build in Dublin. Oh, we can't actually build in Dublin. We're just missing stuff. We can't even build any of this because we're missing technologies. What are we currently researching, I wonder? Household soldiers. That would be done in 24 days. Let's go ahead and get this one. Size of men-at-arms regiments +3. Max number of men-at-arms regiments +1. Oh, that's very nice. And what I think we need to do is get some of this stuff down here, don't we? So let's go ahead and unlock household soldiers. That should be very quick. We do need to sort out the domain now, however, because it's just, yeah, we're way over. Do we have this duchy title? What's this duchy called? De Hubarth. Okay. We can form the Duchy of De Hubarth. That should... It's going to cost us 250 gold. I will do it, however, though. We will get some prestige for that as well. So that's looking good. We do have few knights. That's fine as well. Too many held duchies. That's also fine. What I'm going to do is go ahead and grant this. In fact, let's take a look at succession. Who still needs lands? You guys already have lands. So what about you, my grandson? If I go ahead and grant you some titles, I want to give you the petty... no, not the petty kingdom. Must hold or receive at least one... okay, yeah. No, I do want to give you the petty kingdom. And I want to give you everything under it as well. So let's go ahead and give our grandson his lands. He's going to become our vassal. We can change his contract as well. Of course, we're going to go for the extra taxes. So once he starts earning money, that makes us richer again. We love to see that. And that puts us back under our domain limit. Right. Let's go ahead and unpause the game and see what kind of goodness can go here. Fascination discovered. There we go. So we now do have household soldiers. So what we should do here, is there anything in tradition? Is there anything in the tribal period that we're missing? We don't have casus belli. Can use individual de jure county casus belli. Do we need this? I don't think so, right? I think we can skip over this. If we go to the early medieval period, really, we want stuff down here. Can enact the partition law. All children inherit equally. We could increase our development. That might be something. Can act the high crown authority and absolute crown authority. Royal prerogative. That's what I just looked at. Does that mean we can choose our heir at this point? Rulers can designate their heir when we get absolute crown authority. So that could be something we get. Naval speed. Unlocks all early medieval era economic buildings. Coinage rights, feudal contract. This is more duchy casus belli. Domain limit +1 is nice. What I think I might go for, though, is royal prerogative. Let's go ahead and get that. That might just make succession a little bit cleaner. And that's going to take 15 years to research. It's not too long. That's fine. So right now we're on limited crown authority. That's all good. We could hold court. Let's go ahead and hold court. We haven't done that for a little while here. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne whilst others move out of the way, so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all the movement in the chamber has ceased. All the faces turn towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Let's go ahead and gesture for the first in line to approach. Steward Imotred is visibly motivated by some grand proposal. Great High King, there is much potential in your earldom of Argyll for a regional centre of commerce and artisans. With funds for construction, the groundwork for the area's first Irish city could be laid in Lomond by consolidating villages. Trade 320 gold. But we do get our first city. We get city funded for 25 years. Ooh. You know what? We have the gold. Let's go ahead and build a city of trade. Let Ireland prosper. An unusual case has reached my court. 2 women claim that a baby girl is theirs. None of the villagers can stand as witness, saying that it's as if the child appeared out of thin air. No one knew that the women were expecting or adopting. Nothing. The mystery has captivated the people, and while we may never know how this all happened, I must resolve this conundrum. What decision should I make for the future of this child? Now we have 2 options. This one, because of our high learning skill, and this one, because we are sadistic. Now the fact this one reduces stress, and a lot of it, I feel like this is more in line with our character. We could split the baby in 2 between them, literally. We would get the nickname Child Killer, gain some dread. Every non-callous or sadistic vassal would lose opinion of us, though. However, we do like to roleplay and lean into our characters in this series, so we will go ahead and split the baby in 2, and they can share it between them. We are now known as the Child Killer. Oh dear. My spy master takes a step back before stepping towards to voice his petition. My liege, I seek your aid in combating the issue of the lack of sheriffs in Inverness. She pauses to sigh. I cannot fix the problem with the resources I have. I ask for any aid that you can spare. We could give her 50 gold. I can give you some gold to solve the problem. Why not? We're rich. Let's go ahead and give her 50 gold. Or him, sorry. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow them out of the room, having business to attend elsewhere. Others remain, talking amongst themselves about the recent proceedings. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings has dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. My business here is done. Indeed it is. However, there is one more thing I want to do before we leave. If we look at our court grandeur, we're ranked 59th in the world. I just don't think that's good enough. I mean, you know, West Frank are in nearby. They're the 8th best court. And I think we're better than the West Frankians, personally. Look at that, Novgorod. Even they have a better court than us. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and increase the spending for our court. It's going to cost another 3.44 a month. However, we're earning a lot of gold, so I will go ahead and apply this. Let's get our court prestige up a little bit, so more people want to come to our court. We could change our... we currently have a diplomatic court. Interesting. At level 7, at level 10, max personal schemes +1. Oh, that's nice. I should have increased the spending more. Let's just do it a tiny bit at a time, though, because we don't want to go bankrupt, do we? If we don't need to. So let's go ahead and unpause and see what kind of stuff we can get popping up. We could go host a grand feast and go on a hunt, maybe a pilgrimage. However, I don't think we need to right now. What we could maybe do is war England or even Sweden. The fact that Sweden still owns land here. Oh, look at that. Sweden are very weak as well. What we could do... They are insular. So insular Sweden. Okay. Interesting. What we could do... Who's Princess Bodil? It's not for any of this, unfortunately. What I might do, if we do a holy war for duchy, we could take the duchy of Strathclyde. However, Sweden would still have one. Unfortunately, that's we're kind of stuck like that. So let's go ahead and declare the war. We are going to war with Sweden. Sweden fighting 3 wars now. It's time to finally kick them out of the British Isles. I don't think we need our house member for this one, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and raise the men. And what I'm also going to do is raise the Brotherhood as well. These guys are actually offering an extra 2,000 units in every holy war. It's very nice. Let's go ahead and bring them up to where we plan to fight. We've got to give them their commander as well. Oh, we actually have 3 armies. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Gift artifact. Greetings, my impressive liege. Please accept this humble gift. It was a treasured possession of mine, so I hope it honors and serves you as well. Why not? I will go ahead and accept it. It's a free artifact. Thank you very much. I'm sure we'll find a use for it. Just like all of the other artifacts we found uses for. We did manage to sway our marshal, so that's looking good. And Sterler here. I can't click on this for some reason. She has actually, or he has actually converted to Anglo-Irish. So that's nice to see. However, what's not nice to see, the Welsh-Irish insularist populists are targeting me and rising up. They don't like that we're conquering Wales. So we're going to have to fight against them in the future. Let's go ahead and siege this one, because it is actually part of the war target. And then you guys, you go and siege this. It should be a very fast war. Sadly, though, if we don't get enough war score, we might have to sail all the way across to Sweden, which could be... that could be quite expensive. So hopefully we get enough war score here. We look at our army, 12,000. It's starting to look very nice. Greetings, my implacable liege. I have arrived in Dublin to pay homage to you, glorious High King, as a show of my loyalty. I bring you rich gifts worthy of your majesty as a token of my goodwill and servitude. Let's go ahead and show her in at once. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Countess de Lugdac, who is soon announced and ushered before me. She kneels in deference as attendants bring forth her gifts of coin and precious objects. The oath is taken, and scribes record her pledges to serve the Kingdom of Ireland. At last I bid the Countess arise, confirming my satisfaction, and der Lugdac's rights to the land she rules in my stead. I accept your generous gifts. So we get 50 gold, as well as prestige and renown. Very nice. Thank you very much. And another one of prisoners has sadly died. We really need to get that third kingdom, either England or Wales. Wales is going to be the easiest one. We just really need to wait for that alliance to expire, sadly. What I might do, are we still swaying? We are. Is there anyone else we could make into a witch, though? See, all of these are already witches. Wait, does your first son have any children yet? Oh, you're only 13, so I can't convert you yet. You two are already converted. Yeah, the great-great-grandchildren, or the great-grandchildren, sorry. I don't think I can convert. Have you already been converted? You have, I can see it here. That's fine. How about you? You have been converted. We just went here. Oh, your children seem to be having some issues, don't they? You're 12. We don't really have anyone we can convert to witchcraft at the moment, which is disappointing. Concerned for my current war, my friend Elfsiege has paid out of his own treasury to aid my efforts. Thanks. Heading a caravan of wagons laden with his gold, Elfsiege arrived early this morning at my main encampment and is now busy paying my soldiers. He truly is generous. I couldn't be more thankful. 75 gold, and we lose some stress. Thank you very much. Sometimes it does pay to have friends, as we can see there. So we look at the sieges. 5 months. That one's going to be done very fast. Oh, what's this? Coveted claim? Elfsiege, my friend, frets all through the day, evidently attempting to find the right words. At last, as we make our way to dine, he begins sheepishly. My friend, they say Jarl Kukek, your cousin, takes his purported claims on your lands more seriously each day. He maintains he is personally wronged by your continued rule of his rightful domain, Ireland in particular. What do you mean? Ireland is mine by birthright. It's treason. We could become rivals. That venomous Bampot. Yes, let's become rivals. He's not going to take the Irish throne from me. I've already lost it once, and I claimed it back And look at Ireland now. It's more powerful than it ever has been in its history. Our island is mine. As an additional payment in a recent trade, I find myself in possession of a large herd of cattle. I have been assured that the animals are of highest quality, but the question of what should be done with them remains. We could get development growth in Dublin. Yes, let's get development growth in Dublin. Let's close that, that's very loud. And what I might actually do, because we could collect taxes, but I actually want to increase development in Dublin because it's not very high. We only have 8 development. If we can develop Dublin and kind of make it the most technically advanced place in all of Britannia, it could really pull us up there and become one of the superpowers, because right now England is the most developed place. Dublin's kind of falling behind. Even Alba up here is looking slightly more developed. So let's go ahead and increase the development. I think that's going to be good for the future of their kingdom. And there we go. We did win this siege. We've taken a prisoner. We could ransom. Let's ransom her. 45 gold. I think that's enough. That's absolutely fine. We're not going to get much war score for this, though, unfortunately. Hopefully these sieges give us just a tad more. And we did actually take an artifact as well. Now we've taken another prisoner. 25 gold. I will happily accept that. Let's move one of these armies just down here, because we are having some supply issues, as you can see. And there we go. We do get that ransom as well. So unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to sail. Are you in house arrest or are you in prison? You are in my dungeon. Okay. So sadly, we're going to have to sail to Sweden. So let's take the men and let's go ahead and siege the capital of Sweden. It's time to sail, men. Many, many times in the last few generations, the Vikings have passed across the sea and raided our lands, taken our settlements, and now we return the favour and we sail east. Of course, though, we're not fighting the Vikings, we're fighting the Swedish, but maybe they will see our boats and we can instill some fear in them. That would be cool. One of my prisoners has died. Oh no. What's this? White peace? Never. Never. You're going to suffer and give up your lands that you control, which should be rightfully ours. Of course, Sweden were allies with us many years ago. However, they haven't really been our ally for a while now, so it's time to fight them. Right, let's go ahead and ransom this guy. That's all good. And the capital here, it's going to take 4 months. What I should do, though, ideally, is maybe spread some of these armies out, because I think we're getting quite bad attrition here. How do I do this? We're losing 1%. It's fine. Let's just hurry up and do the siege, because it's only 4 months, so we shouldn't lose too many men doing this. And there we go. There's the army of Sweden. 6 men against 9,000. I don't think they're going to like those odds very much, are they? And Sweden did actually just lose one of its wars by the looks of it. So now they're only at war with us. So they can rebuild. Hopefully we can end the war before they get too powerful here. And there we go. We did manage to take a prisoner. Let's not ransom her because it's not for gold. Or we can change a contract. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. Give me some more gold when you have access to it, please. 58% war score. Where's Sweden going? They might be going to sail back to Ireland by the looks of it. Let's go ahead and split the men out. There we go. We can get some sieging done down here. We're going to take some attrition, but that's fine. We should win the war relatively easily here. And if we spread everyone out, we shouldn't get too many supply issues. Although we are still taking attrition by the looks of it. Yeah, quite a lot of attrition, actually. That's going to take 14 months, 8 months, 5, 3. So these ones aren't too bad. And there we go. Court grandeur has increased. So people are slowly starting to respect the Irish court, which is very nice to see. And a lot of my prisoners are dying. How dare they die? I haven't had chance to torture them yet. It's very nice that we can now summon a big army without having to rely on the Byzantines. And we do have a stewardship perk. Okay, let's go ahead and unlock this then. What we could do is we could demand payment for hooks. However, we could get... Ooh. The building cost... I don't have a liege. I don't think we need to go down this. What I might do is go down here, because I think, yeah, I think there's a few good things here that we can use. Holding taxes plus 15% is nice. We could go architect, but we're not really building much now because we're just missing technologies. So let's get golden obligations. We can demand payments for hooks, which is already also always nice. And in fact, we can demand a lot of payments. So there we go. That's 50 gold there. How rich are we going to get from this? That's another 10 gold. Oh, I clicked too fast there. 1 gold. Okay, we'll let you off for now. 10 gold from you, thank you very much. 15, okay, we will let you off. What about you? 31, we'll wait until you're a bit richer. 5 gold again, she's not really got much money. 5 gold. I think a lot of these we have to wait until they're a bit richer, just so we can get the maximum amount of gold. That should be fine. But if we ever need emergency gold, we can demand payment, which is looking good. Right, if you guys go up here, you continue sieging the land. That's also going to be good. It's looking like a very good war at the moment. One of my servants approaches me holding my Duke Gosbet's swords in his hand. My liege, while I was cleaning the armory, I noticed that this here weapon has rusted away to almost nothing. What should we do with it? I looked the weapon over. While no amount of reforging could ever make it battle-worthy again, it would be possible to clean it up and preserve it for display at only a marginal cost. It's fine. It's not a very good sword anyway. It's too expensive. We don't need that. Artifacts have low durability. How are my artifacts? This is looking good. So is this. As is this. Ah, we do have more trinkets. The delicious face of Jesus? What? A collection of candied figs that bear resemblance to Jesus. And then they keep... Right, let's go ahead and equip this. And I will go ahead and repair that. And I guess we can also repair the delicious face of Jesus as well. That sounds a bit weird when you say it out loud. That's all looking good. Right. How's the war doing? Well, the war is definitely improving. You're not worth any gold, are you? You're not... so let's go ahead and leave you there with this army, I think, here. We're going to continue sieging the land. We're not that far away now from actually winning the war flat out. Where did the Swedish go? Okay, they are actually coming back here. Someone has appeared in my court. A pallid individual who looks as if she has spent her life skulking underground is lurking in the corner of my throne room. I've heard tell you might want a secret passage installed. I can craft any impure corridor your twisted heart desires. A concealed torture room where I can get away with more. Yes! I think that's perfect because we are sadistic. A concealed torture room sounds amazing. In fact, let's go ahead and give it a try. Who should we torture here? I think you guys. Were you once my vassal? You're Mercian and you're Catholic. Let's go ahead and torture the 9-year-old. Oh, okay, we can't torture her. We're not that sadistic. How about you? You're Welsh. You're an Irish insularist. Let's go ahead and torture you and make use of our new secret torture dungeon. Why not? Oh, the sweet kiss of the whip. It might look innocent, but it can separate flesh from bones just as well as any knife. A truth Owenna is soon to experience. She will be sleeping on her stomach for quite some time. I could listen to her screams for hours. Ah! Oh, I do love a good torture session. Right. That also sounds quite weird when I say it out loud. Oh dear. We can declare wars. Let's not do that. What we can do, though, is enforce our demands against the King of Sweden. Greetings, High King Fursu of Ireland. Blessings upon you and your house. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with demands. So be it. Let's go ahead and disband the men. There we go. We're earning a lot more gold now. And now Sweden is just reduced to this one tiny settlement. Who is still in succession? You. Here, I'm going to go ahead. Can I not grant you titles? Oh, you already... Ah, it's because you're outside of my realm, isn't it? What about you? You own land down here. What I might do then is actually go ahead and give you these two. That should be fine. There you go. If you can control those, I'll very much appreciate that. We can ransom some prisoners, so let's go ahead with this as well. There we go. We definitely earned the gold this episode. However, I think that's going to be a good place to leave the episode as well. So, we weren't able to upgrade our buildings today because we're missing some technologies. However, what we were able to do, we did manage to defeat Wales in a war. So we've gained some more land there. And we've also reduced England's holdings here as well. So one more... England? Sweden. So one more war against Sweden to take that county would be nice. But of course, in the next episode, we're going to fight Wales, hopefully, and finally form that empire. However, that's it for today. I will be back on Wednesday with the next episode, so thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.